What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to go over how to install the valve stem seals and valve springs in a common rail Cummins. This is good for '03 up until current generation Dodges and Cummins diesels. So let's get into it. So you're going to want to make sure you have your exhaust. You're going to want to make sure you have your exhaust side valve stem seals and your intake side valve stem seals. And if you're doing valve springs, you want to make sure to also have those. It is very beneficial to have a valve spring compressor tool. All right, so I really like this Torque Tech tool. I have a couple other tools. This one's very easy to use, very straightforward. Whether you use Torque Tech, XDP, or whoever else makes these, which there's a lot of them out there, they all work essentially the same. Make sure you have all your hardware, all your keepers and your retainers. And here I have a 16 mil socket. 16 mil 1/2 inch drive deep socket, which as long as it's 16 mil, it'll fit over the valve stem seal. It fits snugly, but not too tight, but also not too loose to be wiggling around. So that's what you're going to use to install them. As you can see, I already removed all these other valve springs previously. I'm going to show you how to do it on this last set of valve springs. So first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to take this piece here. There's going to be 2 bolts. Two bolts that thread into your injector hold down. By the way, this only goes on one way. As you can see, it is machined out on the sides there to fit around the valve springs. You're going to stick these 2 bolts in to your injector hold down bolt holes. You don't really need tools as long as your threads are clean and not rusty. These bolts will thread right in. You can snug them down by hand. And not have to, you don't really have to worry about torquing these things down real tight. Hand tight is good enough on these. So you have the stud sticking up through there. You're going to take and you're going to stick this on top. Now, it does say exhaust manifold side and intake manifold side, so obviously you want to make sure it's oriented correctly. It'll sit on just about any way, but you won't be able to get the retainers and properly compress the valve springs if it's not on correctly. Next, you're going to take this washer and this nut, throw it on there. This is a 19 mil, by the way. Tighten that all the way down. It's helpful to have a ratcheting wrench or a ratchet and socket, whatever you prefer. And if these ones are like all the other valve springs I had to remove, I actually had to tilt the head up and actually tap the valves with this rubber mallet here. And it appears that it's the same thing in this situation, or on this last set of valve springs, which is what I expected because that's what all other 5 did for me. So I'm going to flip the head up on its side. This head has just been remanned, it's been milled, it's been in O-rings, so, well, not quite remanned, but basically a reman head. I'm doing all new valve springs, valve stem seals, everything. Everything except the valves themselves, so milled, O-ringed, all that good stuff. Before you just start tapping though, you're going to want to make sure, so I'm going to tap this valve, your intake valve there, and I'm going to make sure to cover this hole for that valve. Whatever valve you're tapping, cover that hole. Make sure your keepers don't go flying out. There's 2. There's 4. 6. And 8. Also, I don't know if you saw that, but this valve came out. It's coming out. So make sure all your valves are pushed in before you go tip it over so you don't risk bending them. Take this tool off. Get your keepers, or not your keepers, your retainers, valve spring retainers, and your keepers. And make sure you have them all. So, just to be sure, 2, 4, 6, 8. Close this bag back up. Pull these valve springs out. Put them to the side. Unthread this. And now we're done with this tool. Here's a little instruction manual. A little baggie for the tool. We'll set this off to the side for now. All right, so next, valve stem seals. You can just take a pair of pliers. These ones actually pop off pretty easily. You just want to make sure that you're grabbing a hold right above the hat, or right on the hat, I should say. That way, you're not marring or scuffing up the valve stem itself, because that could potentially cause issues, sealing issues on the valve stem seal if it's nicked or marked or anything. So you just want to make sure to keep those in perfect condition. So what I'm going to do is come off to the side here, grab, twist, loose, slide up. Grab, twist, slide right up. Grab, twist, slide up. Now this one back here is a little bit tighter, but same thing. Holding the pliers off at an angle so it's not coming into contact with the valve stem. Just squeezing and pulling. They come off pretty easily. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these off. There is a little bit of residual oil, so I'm going to clean all that off before I go back together. And I'm not sure if you can see those valve stem seals over there, but I just set them up the way they came off. So when I'm going back together, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to, it's just right there. I have a quick reference right there. Even though it's pretty simple, your intake's on this side of your injector. Exhaust is on the opposite side, but you're moving through something pretty quick. You just have a quick glance over there to give you a reminder. So I'm gonna go ahead, get all the oil and stuff cleaned off, and get ready for reassembly. Now here's a little trick. You don't really have to do it on these because these valve stem seals slide on pretty easily. But if you take and cut a straw, you split it down the middle, put it over your valve, because there is a lip there where your keepers go. It kind of acts the same way as the install tools for a front crank seal or a rear main seal tool. So basically it's just going to guide it right on and right over that lip. I'm not going to put this on just yet because I'm going to lube them up with some oil. But it's that easy. Just make sure you're past that lip there and it slides right on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some oil and start installing these. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some oil on. Put a little bit of oil on these. All right, they're all coated with oil, so we'll go ahead, start in the back on the intake side, slide the straw over, slide the valve seal over, and look at that, right past the lip where the keepers go. Take your socket. All right, so these ones are actually, I guess they might be just a tad bit larger. They're a tad bit larger, so I'm going to grab a 17 mil socket. And you're going to go until you hear the metal hat make contact with the head. You don't have to pound it on, but just make sure it's seated correctly. And then the same thing goes for the exhaust side, the exact same install, nothing different. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these installed and come back, and we're gonna put the new Hamilton cams valve springs on. Here's a little closer view. If you didn't quite see the straw trick, I'll show you guys on the exhaust side valve stem seals. Those are all installed and seated and ready to be put back together. So again, just make sure the split part goes over your valve. Slide the seal on, boom, pull that out. Just like that. Go until you hear the hat meet the head. And once it meets the head, just give it an extra tap, and that's all she takes. All right, so those are all installed. We're gonna go ahead and start the reassembly of the new valve springs. All right, so for the valve springs, the install is exactly the same as removing the valve springs, just in reverse order. So there's no, there's no intake versus exhaust valve spring. They're all the same. So you can go ahead, do one cylinder at a time, because, well, actually you won't need to tip the head over. I only needed to do that for the removal because the valves were sticking. These are an upgraded valve spring. They are the 103-pound valve springs from Hamilton Cams. I think they make another one that's maybe 110. I don't remember. If they don't, I know other companies do. So again, just reverse order of the removal. Again, this only goes in one way. This is actually a job I was going to wait to do until I had the engine run, or until I had this motor back together and running and in the truck. But I decided I didn't want to try and mess with the seals and the springs while it was in the truck, and the back two cylinders are underneath the cowl panel. So I said, if I'm going to do it, if I'm already planning to do it, I'm just going to do it while the head is off and the motor's apart. Well, I'm going to need some keepers, or retainers, I mean. Side of the tool, obviously on the exhaust side, and just go ahead. Where's my ratchet? There it is. just go ahead and start tightening it down. You want to go slowly to make sure everything's lined up. And I'll show you a close up here. Just gonna take and drop these in there like that. And as you release the pressure on the tool, it'll, for the most part, line everything up. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can see there, but that keeper is already sitting in that groove. Once you release the pressure of this one will seat itself. Or should. If not, you might need a little tweaking. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these installed. And yeah. There it is, completely installed. So we got all the valve springs, valve stem seals replaced. I'm going to show you that real quick. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. Thanks for tuning in, guys.